Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Star Ladder Season 4. This is going to be a game between Team iLuminate and Pulse Esports. Once again, thank you for joining us here on Neo Dota. I am Maut. We are going to be doing this game, and it is a best of one, obviously, so I hope you enjoy the cast. I am Maut, M-A-U-T, for those of you that do not know me. I really enjoy you guys joining me tonight. I really appreciate it. And I believe this will be the last game here on Neo Dota. We might have another one, but we will see. But yeah, no, we had iLuminate versus Virtus Pro the game previously, uh, and unfortunately iLuminate did lose, which means they are assured to go down to the Pro Series instead of being in the Star Ladder Star Series. That's unfortunate, but at least they can play and try to win a nice little game against Pulse and try to get Pulse to come down with them. Pulse is right now the team that is third to last in the standings right now, and they will have to play, right now they'd have to play another team, I forget who it is. They'd have to play another team for a relegation spot, essentially. So if they won that game, they would stay in the Star Ladder. If they lost that game, they would head down to the lower bracket, if you will. But Pulse has 3 games to go as well. So this game is they could essentially loop over that other team and essentially be okay to stay in the Star Ladder if they won those remaining games and had a little help from their their teammates. Essentially like a playoff system. If any of you follow American sports like the NFL or even the NHL, God forbid that ever comes back, which is highly doubtful, but enough about American sports. We're going to talk about the teams that we're seeing right now. We're going to see the Undying as well as the Lone Druid banned out from the side of Pulse. And then on the side of iLuminate, we're going to see the Batrider and the Magnus. And Pulse will pick up a Darkseer for their first pick, a hero that we saw in the previous game. Not used to great effect on the side of Mag, but of course, well, they tried, and they were pretty close. They had a nice little mid game, but unfortunately, Lifestealer got too fed. Especially Chaos Ion, that Nature's Prophet got a little too fed as well. But we will see a Bounty Hunter as well, another pick that we saw in the previous game. So sort of switching spots. Bounty Hunter was on the side of Virtus Pro, now is on the side of iLuminate, a hero that is honestly wasn't really. I mean, it was already pretty strong to begin with, and then he got that buff and 6.75. And you're like, well, this hero's pretty rigged right now, isn't he? And he's played quite a bit, and for a good reason. Luna is going to be the next pickup here from iLuminate. They're going to try to go with that strategy again. We'll see if it works. Pulse has 2 picks right now. We'll see what they decide to go for. I'm not 100% sure myself. Excuse me, I'm getting over a little bit of a sickness. If I sound hoarse, I apologize. So these 2 picks here, these last 2 picks for the first pick phase for Pulse are going to come out in just a single moment. We're going to see what they decide to go. Sven is available. Jakiro is available. I mean, Templar Assassin is available. I mean, big heroes, essentially, that could be big heroes that could be used pretty effectively. And it will be the Jakiro for one of them. They're using their reserve time right now. They've got a bit of time. They're at 1 minute and 12 seconds for the reserve time. So they have got that going for them. They've got a lot of time here. We'll see what they decide to go for their next pick. They've got some more time to figure it out. Like I said, Templar Assassin, they've got Sven, they've got Lifestealer, they've got, you can go for a carry, you can not go for a carry, you can pick up somebody else, a mid laner, Templar Assassin. A Pudge also could be interesting. All right, so a Pudge played by a professional player. I've yet to see this, or cast this, I should say. I've seen it many times by Dendi and, other players as well. I think Korok might have been one. It was Bulba. No, it was Bulba, I think. Regardless, we will see another pick from the side of iLuminate. We'll have to see what it is. Not really sure what they're going to go for here. They do need a support. They need a mid laner as well. And I'm going to be interested to see who it's going to be. I mean, anything against Pudge can be very difficult in the mid lane if he can get the hook off on you. But that's a big if. I mean, you have to be skilled with that hero. And many people are, especially professional players. Many people are skilled with that hero. So, don't really assume that just because it's Pudge, they're not going to have the best time in mid lane. I mean, he'll be getting hooks left and right, but also don't assume that he's going to hit every hook, because he might not. It's this thing where, people are like watching a professional game or a competitive game, and there's a comic about it, and they're like, oh my god, noob Pudge not hitting any hooks, or like missed that hook or whatever. It's like he missed 1 hook out of like the 20 hooks that he's hit. And people all of a sudden get on his like face about it, and they're just like, "What? What are you doing? No, man, you gotta hit the hook. Let's go, come on." But we'll have to see if that happens. 40 seconds left on reserve time for iLuminate, And I mean, this is an interesting strategy for Pulse, who really need to win their like next couple of games to stay in the star ladder. So I'm not sure if they're, not trying or if they really are confident in this Pudge pickup. I don't want to assume that somebody's not trying just from a pickup. That's not something that I like to make an assumption of, especially in Dota where every hero works pretty well with, a lot of heroes. But we have yet to see how this is going to, end up. Chen is going to be the next pickup here from iLuminate. Interestingly enough, he'll be set in the jungle. Of course, that all heal. Hand of God is going to be very important. He's a good ganker, but of course that nerf has slowed down his gameplay a little bit. As you can see, not many people play him anymore, but this time Team iLuminate will pick him up. Wisp band coming out from the side of Pulse, and we're going to get into the next few bands in just un momentum. Un momento? I don't know. And of course Magnus was banned out, and the Bat Rider as well from the side of iLuminate. Looking at the lanes right now, Jungle Chen, Luna will be probably in the safe lane. I mean, if they're going to go for a Chen, they're not going to go for an aggressive tri lane. I highly doubt it. Bounty Hunter will be probably a part of the off lane, I'd imagine. And then we're going to see a Sven band coming out real quick from iLuminate. Darkseer, Jakiro, and Pudge are the pickups from Pulse. So Pudge will head mid. Jakiro will be part of a tri-lane or a dual lane in the carry lane. And Darkseer will be in the off lane, I'd have to imagine. We'll see what they decide to go for in terms of other heroes, in terms of carries. We've got some time to figure that out. Rubik, the next band, coming in from the side of Pulse. A little bit of a longer band phase than the one previous. So not that I'm complaining, but, not the biggest fan of theory crafting. A few more bans here. Maybe ban some carries on the side of Pulse. They already did the Sven ban, maybe a Void ban, maybe a Nakes ban, maybe, I don't know, like even an Anti-Mage or something. Just ban out some carries, I think. They've got everything in terms of support. Well, they don't have everything in terms of support, but they have support, they've got an offlaner, and they have the mid laner, so we'll have to see if that does do anything for them. We'll have to see right now. Two more bans here. And iLuminate taking a lot of time. They're actually going to get into 19 seconds of reserve time. There's the Templar Assassin ban. Well, that's actually, I think, a good ban because sometimes you send that Pudge mid and then you send the Templar Assassin into, the easy lane to solo against a solo hero. But that's not going to happen in this case. You could also send the Templar Assassin mid and then send Pudge somewhere else. He doesn't absolutely have to go mid. He really, dominates mid, but I don't think he has to go to mid. It's not like, no one has to go anywhere in terms of positioning. You don't have to send Chen in the jungle. I mean, you should, because he needs the experience and the farm and the creeps, but you don't have to send him into the jungle. Same thing with Enchantress. Obviously, this is all sort of like, this is just semantics, I guess, but regardless, we have two more pickups left, or excuse me, two more bans here. Reserve time going to be used for Pulse. 50 seconds left. They're really trying to think about what to ban. And after these bans go out, I'm sure we're going to see two quick picks from both teams. I think that, both teams sort of have an idea of what they want to go here. Pulse is going to have the next pickup right now. They've got 30 seconds in regular time, 44 in terms of reserve time. So they've got a lot of time to think about this fourth pick. What it's going to be. It could be a carry, could be another support, it could be something, we'll have to see. It could even be a mid hero and then send Pudge somewhere else. Like maybe send Shadow Fiend mid and then send Pudge into an offlane or something. I've seen Shadow Fiend play sort of escalate a little bit. And still waiting. But it will be the Nyx Assassin, so that's going to happen instead. A hero that's been seeing a lot more play also, something that I'm very interested about. I mean, a really good hero for ganking. Could really shut down the mid laner that you are against, or whatever lane you're against, with, of course, the mana burn is very nice. The Impale is something that's very good to have. It's a very nice stun. The Carapace, the Vendetta, does a lot of damage, and it's very difficult to find where an Assassin is going, where he's going to gank, unless you have Sentry Wards in that vicinity, or Gem of True Sight. If you know he's going to Vendetta into you, you have to be very careful. You have to make sure that you have that detection, because if you don't, you're going to get initiated on, and you're going to die probably. There's like a second window between you getting initiated with Vendetta and then Impale happening, maybe even half second, where you can maybe turn around and stun him or something, but that requires some godlike agility, essentially. And 6 seconds left here on the reserve time for iLuminate. They're thinking, and they're going to go with the Tide Hunter. A lot of team fight for this team already. They have one more pickup for them. And Pulse will probably send the Nyx mid, I'd have to imagine. I don't think they'll lane him. I think they'll send Pudge maybe to an off lane or something like that, or with a tri lane. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. They're going to go with Clinks last, though, and he might... This is a really interesting pickup because usually you send Clinks into the offlane because he's got that Shadow Walk and he can sort of just, farm away if he's against a solo hero. But he probably won't do that now. I mean, I don't know who's going to go where here for Pulse, to be quite honest with you. I don't know how they're going to lane this. This is an interesting sort of strategy they're running right now. And I'm not going to try to theory craft at it and say that this is going to happen or this is going to happen because, quite honestly, I don't want to sound like I know everything about Dota. I don't know how these lanes are going to work out. We'll find out in just a minute, or just a second, just a minute. We're going to find out regardless what's going to happen for Pulse. And Shadow Demon for iLuminate. So another Shadow Demon picked up, and they picked it up the previous game. Didn't have a lot of success with it, but they had some nice defensive disruptions, which have really saved the lives of their teammates over the course of that previous game. But that being said, this is a whole new game. This is Pulse versus iLuminate. We're going to get into the game in just a second. Waiting on 2, deciding whether or not they're going to go on the Chen or the Shadow Demon. And Nexus will be going on to the Chen, which leaves the Shadow Demon to be played by, I think it's the stand-in. Well, we'll find out. All right. And a pause. Excellent. Yes. A pause coming out from the side of iLuminate. We'll get into the game shortly. Let's do some introductions. Here we go. Pinoy will be on the Pudge. We're going to see Fishbone on the Nyx Assassin. Bonza Jaja will be on the Jakiro. Wagamama will be on the Clinks. And finally, the stand-in D will be on the Darkseer. Is this Mini or Region? I don't know who that is. You would have a stand-in tag on if he was somebody else. On the side of iLuminate, we've got Big Num on the Luna. We've got Mag on the Bounty Hunter. Screen on the Shadow Demon. Nexus on the Chen. And finally, Chomi on the Tide Hunter. Don't know what we're paused for, but we'll find out in just a minute. I'm sure it's something important. Looking at the lanes here, this guy's going to be in the jungle probably. Luna plus Shadow Demon. Bounty Hunter off lane. I don't know what they're doing here. Are they going to send either Bounty or Tide mid, maybe? I don't know. Maybe dual lane mid? I'm not really 100% sure. Alright, we're going to find out in just a second what's happening. So, once again, thank you for joining us here on Neo Dota. I am Maut, M-A-U-T. Hurry up, says Bonjajaja. And if you think I sound annoying, well, I can't help that. I have a deviated septum, so my voice is very nasally because of it. So get off my back, Marla Ben. How dare you insult me? I'm just kidding. I don't really give a shit about you, so. Alright, D. Speaking in German, or something close to it, anyways. Probably Swedish, I'd imagine. Okay, still waiting, still waiting, still waiting. Not a whole lot to talk about here. And good, finally called out for Mag. Here we go. Maybe, yes, we're going. Excellent. Took us a little while, but we're into the game finally. We're getting going. Excellent. Screen is going to unpause the game. We are going to get into the game. We're going to see where everyone's going to line up. We might see some early aggression. 5-man gank style coming out of the side of Pulse right now, heading down to the bottom lane, maybe trying to find a little bit of early aggression right now, and we're going to have to see what happens. And it's never too early to think about what's going to happen here with this mid lane on the Radiant side. These trees could be taken down. Of course, they could be pulling into the mid lane or, pulling into the Radiant side camps here as well. Of course, it's always important. Big smoke gank, though, coming from the side of Pulse. They're not even going to just go straight down. They're just going to smoke up for it. Meanwhile, lagging behind is Wagamama, who is kind of far behind. They're going to go for a gank here on Screen and Big Num. Disruption is skilled first, which will save somebody's life, I'm sure. Big Num and Screen both very, very squishy, as you can see their health pool right now. Pinoy and D. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at this positioning they've got. They're looking for this kill. The smoke is going to wear off. Screen not looking to aggress too much further, but this could be a big first blood. No hook for Pinoy, and Screen is just too far away. Is there going to be an ice path? I don't think they're going to get it, and I think they shouldn't have showed themselves. So that is a waste of a smoke, but nah, not a bad try there, and it's going to push them back to this tier 2 tower. They'll be okay, but that could have been a lot more for Pulse, and they're going to back off, though. And it looks like it's going to be a tri-lane with D, Fishbone, and Bonzaja. We're going to see top going Wagamama there. Mid will be Pinoy for the time being. Actually, Nyx is rotating in as well to somewhere. maybe dual lanes? I don't know what's happening right now. Looks like Fishbone is going top with the Clinks. We're going to see... nope, it's going to be a tri-lane with the Clinks. So it looks like they'll get the haste, and they're going to head top with the tri-lane for Clinks, which means bottom is going to be soloed by that Darkseer, of course, which is not surprising. It would surprise me if they sent him with anybody, which is why I was like, what is happening? So what we're going to see now is this solo bounty hunter again. Mag will be okay. He's got the Shadow Walk, however, this haste rune is going to be very annoying. Plus, he's got sentries as well, so Mag going to do some right-click damage. They can honestly go for a kill. There's the Ice Path, and then it is going to hit, but they didn't have any sentries out, so they're not going to follow up with it, realizing that Ice Path duration not very long at level 1, so Pinoy is going to get level 2 pretty quickly, and then maybe try to go for a hook on Shomi, and Shomi does need to be careful against that Pudge early on, but Pinoy going for the last hitting ability with that Rod, of course, is pretty imperative. We'll have to see how that goes. But of course, the Anchor Smash so good in the mid lane. He's going to be able to get plenty of last hits as well as deal damage to the Pudge, who has to come up and really fight Shomi for these last hits right now. And Mag going to do a little right-click damage on Jakiro. Is going to do a little bit of right-click damage right back to him. And looking at the last hits, Clink's getting 6 right now. The Tidehunter getting 6 as well. And of course, Luna getting 6. So Luna taking a fair amount of damage right now. The Ion Shell being very annoying. However, the tower has been pretty well pushed, as you can see. No tower damage just yet, but that's okay. I think actually that might have been a pull. Yep, it was a pull. And it looks like D is going to continue to use that Ion Shell to its effectiveness and be annoying and harass. Mag is looking for some sort of... He's going to try to contest this pull, but he's going to get zoned out immediately by the Jakiro, so not a whole lot happening right now. As you actually see, D maybe in some trouble. Disruption might be used. D's still trying to get out. He has a surge available if he wants to. He's going to surge maybe around the tower. There's the Lucent Beams. Going to surge away. There's the disruption. Nice disruption usage there. And coming in is trying to help his Nexus for this kill. They will get the kill with the first blood going to the Chen. Nice job there. So
that was my first conversion.
Nice stuff in that regard. And Vizrune is going to be in the bot lane. Going to see Chomi trying to get some more last hits. Annoying with Pudge. Has level 2 hook, so Chomi needs to be careful. I mean, he can hook him relatively early and get a kill probably. He does a decent amount of damage, as you can see, 180 even at the second level, which is a decent amount. I mean, 796 though, health on the Tidehunter is pretty tanky. Wagamama going to just really harass Mag and try to get some last hits as well, and deny, and make it even more difficult. This Bounty Hunter has 3 last hits right now. Not doing much. Fishbone playing that hard support role. Well, actually more like the 4 because he's getting the experience in the gold for, of course, the Nyx Assassin pulling that lane real quick. Pinoy looking to get more levels right now. He's at level 4, as we can see. Only about 9 last hits, but Chomi, of course, with the Anchor Smash can last hit a little bit easier. There was an Invis Rune up screen here, but I think they saw it. And D is going to back off to the tower. He doesn't want to get too close. Of course, the Ion Shell will last hit for him, which will be nice. And Mag is going to head. He's going to start roaming. He's going to be heading actually around. He doesn't have the track just yet. He's only level 3, obviously, so we'll have to see what happens. But Pulse already, they went down with that first blood, unfortunately, so they need to get this Pudge working, essentially. He's going to need to get 6 as quickly as possible. Level 5 for the Tidehunter. Only level 4 for Pudge, but he's pretty much tied, essentially. As you can see, he only needs 1 more last hit, I think, to hit level 5. There he goes. He does hit level 5, but that's a lot of damage that he's taking from Chomi, from that Anchor Smash, as you can see. How much damage is that? 175 damage, and he keeps doing it consistently. It's a spammable spell, so Pinoy has to be very careful. Obviously, it's just going to be frustrating to try and even do anything against this Tidehunter when he's just using that Anchor Smash so effectively. And top lane, Mag is going to get right-click with these Searing Arrows, but he'll be okay. He's only got 4 last hits, as you can see. Chen not with the best farm either. He's got 10 last hits. He's going to take up the Illusion Rune, or at least babysit it for the Tidehunter, who might come down here and steal it. It looks like he will do so. The Darkseer is actually rotated into the jungle right now, trying to get some farm, realizing that that lane is not going to be the best for him. And this is going to be a significant advantage going for the side of screen, as well as especially the Luna, who's got 24 last hits. Despite the fact that she's got a free lane right now, she's still down to about 2 last hits to this Clink, so that's important to keep in mind. She will pop the salve. She'll be okay for the time being. Luna almost level 6 herself, and then of course the Eclipse is going to be a pretty nice pickup there. Mid lane, we're going to see Pinoy has a little bit of harassment coming from the Tidehunter Illusions, but not too much. Chomi getting that rune will allow him to keep spamming that Anchor Smash. Pinoy is in some trouble in terms of getting his farm. He's got enough for boots right now. Almost level 6 as well. And once he gets to that level 6, we might see some Dismember action happening. But a gank might be coming from iLuminate. There is a smoke gank here. They have a Sentry Ward, which will spot on any opposing Sentry Ward. So Pinoy does not know this is happening. He's going to get his bottle, but he might get ganked as well. We'll have to see. They're thinking about it. They're going to send the Tidehunter illusion in first, see what's happening. Maybe try to just send him over there. Courier. Here comes Screen leading the way. Oh, nice job. That Tidehunter is actually going to take the tower damage, and Pinoy is going to go down. And the Test of Faith is going to get the kill there. Actually, no, it was the Gush from Tidehunter, not the Test of Faith. So, does a really good job using that Tidehunter illusion, sending him in first, realizing that, yes, this guy will get tower aggro. And we won't have to worry about taking tower damage with this dive, so... Top lane right now, Wagamama's still farming away. Still needs to get a little bit more last hits. 37 right now. Well, you can never stop farming, I guess, if you're on a hard carry. Bignum has actually been pushing this tower pretty consistently, as you can see. No glaives, not that it matters. Alright, so... Mag's going to head to the mid lane right now. Still not level 6. Fishbone. Going to try to contest this rune up, but it is actually bottom. And Show Me will grab it. It is an Invis rune. Mid lane, Pinoy's not having the best time, but he does have Dismember. And D going to get initiated on there from a Lucent Beam, but not going to chase is Bignum. He'll back off. No rotations coming in just yet, but Pinoy is thinking about it. He doesn't have boots. He's rather slow. Once he gets those boots, he can really certainly start ganking. Screen is here. I like how they're putting sentry wards up here and observers here, because you can see some early smoke ganks happening from a Pudge, because if you try to rotate in as a Pudge and they have an observer ward there, most of the time they're going to say, oh, he's coming, you should probably get back to the tower or something and not get hooked, and they'll listen to you. Meanwhile, look at this wraparound gank coming from Screen. They're going to try to go for this. D is going to back off in his own right, but of course they catch this out. There is this ward. I don't know if actually, no, that was the observer ward from the Radiant side, excuse me. They have so much vision down here in the bottom lane. It's unbelievable. Top lane, not so much, however. And I guess Bounty Hunter's doing his job by just staying alive. He's only got 10 last hits, but he's going to get level 6 pretty soon. Sooner rather than later. Wagamama is level 6 himself. Going for a Midas, interestingly enough. And then he'll go into that Orchid. As you can see, the two Sages mask are bought up. Now we see pings coming mid. It looks like Pinoy might be gaining a gank here. There's going to be the Gush flying in. Jakiro's here as well. Ravage is popped. Pinoy taking a lot of damage. He's going to maybe go down. Pinoy taking a lot of damage. They want the kill. Impale going to fly as well onto Screen. This might be a counter initiation gank. Screen going to get hooked from Pinoy. Excellent hook from Pinoy, and he's going to back off right now. But he is very low. But they get the kill on the Shadow Demon. Ravage was used to no avail. Tidehunter will be able to get out of there just fine. He actually had an Invis rune. I don't know if he used it before or after the gank. It doesn't matter. 2-1 is the score, but a nice turnaround there. Pinoy getting that kill will provide him his boots, and he will be back up to level 7 right now, and he's actually in fighting shape once he gets back and heals up there. So Wagamama going to continue to last hit, getting that nice little siege creep. He's actually got 55 last hits at 8 minutes into the game. Track up on Mag right now. Pretty important pickup there. Again, of course, track up on Wagamama. Pretty important pickup to have that Bounty Hunter against this Clinks, because you're getting tracked up and you can shadow walk away. You can still chase him and get that vision without using some sort of true sight. And we're going to get another pause for an unknown reason from the side of D, and we're going to see what's going on. Maybe it is some latency issues. Let's check it out. We actually have 196 for me. I'm actually the highest in the game, I believe. 167 for Screen, so it really is not a latency issues. I'm not sure what's going on right now, but that's all right. They're discussing what's happening in the game, some strategies, some thoughts, and saying, well, what can we do here? Fishbone going to take some mid experience. Skype problems is what the reported problem is, and I can understand that. This is why I use Mumble, ladies and gentlemen. It's a lot better than Skype in terms of, well, at least for me, the delay is almost non-existent. That's what I play Dota with. And Wagamama continuing to farm the top lane. So once he gets this Orchid Malevolence, we can see some heavy damage coming out on the side of the Dire. If Mag could take a quick fall. Tidehunter being silenced is a big deal. Luna being silenced would be a big deal. Screen as well. Even Nexus to a certain extent, not being able to get that all heal off. So good stuff there. We're going to have to see if it does play out for them. We are going to get back into the game. As you can see, Pinoy is asking ready. We will get in the game real quick. Good is called, and we're going to go into the game. It is 7:59 to the game. We've had some problems, as you can see, with latency or with other issues, but that's fine. Pinoy is going to be smoked up, looking for a gank bottom right now. Big Num is going to try to chase after D, who's doing a good job of baiting us out. Eclipse is actually going to fly, unfortunately, so D will fall down, and Big Num now is actually going to get that kill. He'll back off for the time being. He's got Tranquils. He's going to pop them, as you can see, try to heal back up to full. There's a two-man gank coming from the side of Pulse, though. They're looking for this kill. They've got the Jakiro as well as the Pudge here. Can he get the hook off is the question. He's going to sit here. Oh, nice positioning. This is a very nice spot for a hook spot for Pinoy. And if Big Num even comes close, I mean, he's going to continually... Oh, look at the hook. It actually is a long-range hook. Is going to hit. Absolutely huge hook from Pinoy. It was such a long-range hook. I didn't think it had the range for it, but it certainly did. And, man, did he hit that. So, nice job there. Fishbone continuing to farm the mid lane, looking to be level 6. I like this. Start roaming around with Pinoy once you are level 6 at least. And then, actually, they're going to get a kill here on the top lane that I did not see coming. Mag going to get it, as you can see. Clink's going to go down, which is going to stop their farm. So, a carry for a carry, essentially. Nice job there. And Pulse right now, it's 4-2. They're down a little bit in terms of the numbers of the kills and things of that nature. But how about the overall experience? 1,000 experience going in favor of the Illuminate side right now, and gold is about 1,000 as well. So Pulse is down just a little bit, but 1,000 is nothing to scoff at. It's something that you can get back into pretty quickly. This top tower is going to be taking a fall unless they... No, there is no glyph. As you can see, it's down for another minute. So Tier 1 is going to fall, and this is going to leave less room for Waga to farm here in this top lane. Still, with that Hand of Midas, that is going to provide him that extra CS, and that's pretty nice to have that 180 gold, as well as the experience from the big creep that he'll take from the Centaur Con this time around. And then he's going to take it from the small Centaur Con and then Death Pack, the big one. So interesting choice there. Usually you want to go for experience, but apparently he doesn't need it. Top Tier 2 is getting pressured still. No rotations in just yet. Bottom is thinking about coming maybe. He's going to buy TP and head over there. The Jakiro is, I should say. And D is actually going to push on his own right now. Oh, big hook coming in on the top lane, though. Big Num going to go there. Ravage going to fly as well. Going to stop the Dismember going. Hand of God going as well. And Pudge is going to go down. He'll buy right back, but Fishbone in some trouble. They had a track on him, but he didn't even have his ult, so it didn't matter. D is here all alone. They might try to dive this, but if they try to go and turn... If they go for this, I think that this could be bad. Pudge hook missing just barely. And they're going to try to maybe turn this around. Hook not for another 4 seconds. They have to wait for it. They want some sort of vacuum, but it's only level 1, unfortunately, and D is very low in life. There's a hook coming in, almost hitting screen on the backside through this little hill here, this uber cliff, if you will. They might just take the tower. They're going to TP back bottom. As you can see, they want Big Num to continue farming. He's got that BKB coming soon once he gets that Mithril Hammer, as well as the recipe. Now some more initiation coming. Chomi's in some trouble. He might get hooked right now. Oh, there's the Impale. It's going to miss. Where's the hook? Where's the hook? He's looking for something. They want to go on Chomi. Hook him, hook him, hook him. He's not going to get it. He's just too fast. And Pinoy is not. And they're going to not be able to get anything out of this. Mag is going to get out of there alive as well. There's no true sight coming in from the side of the Dire. So they lose a few heroes. They don't get anything in return. And they're down even more than they were before. And leaving Big Num to farm. He's going to get a BKB soon. And that's going to be pretty imperative. 70 last hits, though. If they do have a glimmer of hope, it is Wagamama farming away. Trying to desperately get that Orchid Malevolence. Is it on the Courier? Is there Oblivion Staff anywhere? No. So he is still quite far behind from getting it. He's using his Midas, though, trying to get as much done as possible. And they haven't taken any towers either. Of course, the Tier 1 top is the only tower that is gone. Nice little Observer Ward placement there from the Radiant side, the side of Illuminate. Clinks is going to try to pressure this tower a little bit. He's actually going to use his Strafe as well, which is going to provide a little bit of extra damage. There is a glyph available. Will they use it is the question. Not yet. And Wagamama might take this for free. He's not going to put it in deny range. He will put it in deny range, so now he has to go for the tower. There's the glyph coming out. No TPs. No TPs. So they should be okay for the time being. Meanwhile, Pinoy here down in the bottom lane. There's 4 here. They're going to try to push this tower. It's very low. There is a glyph available. They're going to TP in. Realizing that Pudge is here, there's going to be a hook. Oh, just missing on the Tidehunter right there. From the backside, there might be a Dismember, but Mag is invincible, of course. There's a Disruption. Onto D. They're going to try to back out their Surge falling in as well. There's a Demonic Purge onto the Jakiro right now. They take the tower. They're going to keep going. They're going to get the kill on the Jakiro. No help from Waga yet. He's still in the top lane farming away, which I guess is what his teammates want him to do. Pinoy is here alone right now. Mag is slowly behind him, looking for an initiation or something just going to follow him. Blink Dagger picked up for the Tidehunter, going to give him extra positioning, who's already pretty fast, by the way, because he's got his Arcanes as well. And coming back in is Mag. They're going to try to push the Tier 2 tower. D Still only with 2 points of vacuum, 2 in surge, none in wall, obviously. We're going to see this tower go down relatively quickly. There is a glyph available. I think they should glyph this and try, but they will, but no rotations just yet. Fishbone is coming around from the backside. He's only level 6, as you can see. Looking for that courier. They're going to spot it out. I think he's trying to get in position for it. If he can take that courier, that'll be at least a nice advantage to have. Pinoy is actually going to head to the top lane right now. And Fishbone not going to go for it, realizing that everybody is there with that courier. They're really just trying to essentially be the bodyguard of that courier, and yeah, that's good. He'll get back just fine. Wagamama still farming away, has the quarterstaff, very close to getting that first Oblivion staff, I should say, but that's a long way from that Orc of Malevolence. Of course, he does have plenty of last hits and he's doing a lot of damage to this tower and might be able to get it. There's going to be a TP rotation, however, so that'll stop his aggression. Chomi coming in, he has his Ravage, he's got a Blink Dagger, but not going to catch him out. But there's 2 here. Pinoy looking for the hook, Chomi gonna get hooked. There's the hook, there's the Dismember coming in as well. A lot of damage, and that should be the kill. He stops his Dismember. The Hand of God is going to save him, but he will in fact go down. Didn't use the Ravage, unfortunately. Pinoy is going to use the Regen Rune. A nice hook and another one flying in, just missing from screen. Pinoy going to take some damage. There's the Eclipse. Pinoy is going to go down because of it. Now Wagga needs to get out. There's a Haste Rune. Take the Haste Rune, Wagga. He will take it. Nice Ice Path, by the way, from Bonsai. He's going to just block the path of these 3 heroes here, and they're not going to be able to follow. Chen here used that Hand of God, trying to save the life of the Tidehunter, but in the end it was actually a 1-for-1 trade, which could have been a lot worse, honestly, for the side of Illuminate. So 9-3 is the score. Pulse not playing the best. However, they are getting Wagga some farm. That will finish up his first Oblivion staff. Meanwhile, though, we see Big Num right now. He's very close. He needs a few more. He's actually going to get the BKB right now. It should fly out to him, as well as the Magic Wand, which you can see he's got 3 Iron Branches. Just needs the recipe for that, as well as the Magic Stick charge. TP bottom right now. They are going to try to defend this. Mag is here. He's going to track up D, who's surging away. He's got 2 points. The surge is pretty quick, so this is in deny range. They'll deny this tower, which is pretty frustrating if you're on the side of Pulse. So meanwhile, top lane, minus from Wagga. He's going to get some more farm. Going to try to right-click Big Nub, who does not have his Eclipse, essentially. He cannot really afford to go into a right-click fight with Wagga, but Screen is actually here as well. Would be able to disrupt, whatever, Purge. Doesn't have enough mana for it, actually, but still. Looking at the experience graph, we've got about 1,000 experience going in terms of the side of Illuminate. Looking at gold as well, 5,000 right now for them. So they're in a nice little advantage. Bottom lane, we see some aggression. 3 heroes here for the side of Pulse. And Illuminate just has Mag here, but now we see rotation from Chomi, as well as the Chen in the jungle looking to get another creep here. Circling around is the this Pudgy says, you know, they may be right there. We might want to go for something there, but that's not going to happen. Fishbone's still trying to get some farm right now. He hasn't been really effective in this game. He's died once. He's got only 1 assist. Pinoy's only had a few hooks, 1 big one, as you just saw on that Tidehunter, but it ended up turning badly. Oh, he gets Chomi, though, as you can see there. He's going to go for the Dismember. No, they're actually going to maybe say, this is maybe a bad idea. Let's back off. They're all coming right now, and Bones taking a lot of damage. There's the Ice Path blocking, too, but he is certainly going to go down. Trying to hook him is Pinoy, but it's not going to happen. Now they're going to get counter-initiated. There's the Purge. The Surge, however, will bring him back to safety for the time being. There will be a track as well. Bottom lane, Fishbone trying to farm. Top lane, Wagga's going to get the tower. He's been left alone to do so. He's been left to his own devices, essentially, for the time being. Wagga going to take the tower. Should be enough for another Oblivion step, but he still needs that recipe. And they're trying desperately to delay this push coming in from the side of Illuminate. They're going to take this tier 2. There is no glyph available, so they can't defend this. They certainly don't want to try to, because if they push into that without Wagga, they could be in a bad position. And we're going to see a TP back home right now. Chomi is here, might blink and Ravage to try to get that kill. There it is. Is the Ravage going to fly? No, he doesn't go for it. I think if he blinked Ravage, he might have gotten it, but unfortunately did not decide to go for it. Illuminate now trying to take the Roshan here. There could be a blind Pudge Hook, but there is this Observer Ward as well. Fishbone, Invis right now. Mag is going to be in the mid lane here. Might get initiated on. He's going to go, there's actually going to be a ward. Is it at the edge of this? I don't think they can see him anymore. So Mag, there's going to be another sentry, but he's also just too quick. He actually popped his drums for that. Now there might be a rotation. Hook going to go. But if the Ravage is used immediately, there it goes. A lot of damage. The Eclipse flying as well. Fishbone trying to get out, but no. Oh, huge vacuum. It's going to save his life. And the Impale as well, but there's no follow-up damage. And now D taking a lot of damage. There's the Hand of God. Wagga's in the backside. He's got his Orchid. Might try to pick somebody off, but they'll get a kill. They won't get the kill on the Darks here. Wagga trying to maybe go for somebody. We'll have to see. I don't know who it would be. I mean, he's being very brave right now. There are no sentry wards here, I don't think, for the side of the Radiant. And he knows that they're going to Roche, but he cannot stay here for too much longer. His Shadow Walk and Death Pack are done soon. He needs to Death Pack another creep here. Otherwise, this is not going to go well. He'll get turned on. I mean, he's actually going to maybe try to steal this Aegis. If he can do this, this will be a big pickup. They're going to dust him, though. They know that he's there, but he does pick it up. He wastes that Aegis immediately, but a big pickup there, and they get the kill. He got the last hit, and they got the kill, but Waga now is going to go down for that, but still a big play for the side of Wagamama. A huge play. 14-3 is the score right now, but that is significant. I mean, that's not going to help in terms of gold that much. He's actually going to buy back as well, and this is not a good initiation, Tyler. There's no Ravage available. D is in some trouble. He's going to go down. There's the Impale hitting on 3. Waga might go for a silence. He's taking some damage. Oh, nice Ice Path onto 4. There's going to be a hook. It misses. Mag taking a bunch of damage. He's silenced up. There's the mech. Hand of God is already gone. Waga's going to go down as well. Big Numb doing a lot of damage with that Lucent Beam. Oh, man, and it's 2 heroes for nothing, essentially, and that Aegis Steel and the Roche Steel didn't really do much there for them, unfortunately. It's still 16-3. They're still down, and they haven't really accomplished much in terms of fighting. And these 2 hero pickups from the side of the Nyx Assassin and the Pudge have not really worked out. And I think that with maybe 2 better heroes that would have been a little bit better, like a Templar Assassin or something, who was not banned out in the first ban phase, and instead they picked up Pudge instead. So I mean, what can you say to their Pulse? They can do whatever they want. But this is bad for them. This means that they might have to play in that relegation match to see if they do go down to the pro ladder. Vanguard is picked up for the Pudge right now, making him a little bit more tanky. And at the top lane, Fishbone coming in, looking for maybe a kill here, either on Big Num or Chomi. We're going to see more rotations coming in. Waga, as well as, of course, the D, who's actually not going to go in. Fishbone looking for something. He's still Vendetta. Big Num might be the choice. We'll have to see what happens.
Dire's top tower
And
is
he's going to
under
try to
attack.
back. There's going to be the Impale. Doesn't actually open on with the Vendetta. There's going to be a Ravage. Big Ravage. Waga taking a lot of damage. Fishbone going down. Big vacuum. Hand of God's going to go, but it doesn't matter. Waga's gone.
Think of it as caviar.
And they're going to continue chasing, push the Tier 2 tower, and then probably push their way up into the Tier 3 and maybe even Rax if they can. And iLuminate is having their way with Pulse Esports. Nice hook, though, on the side of Big Num. They're going to dismember as well. Big Num might go down. He, in fact, will do so. Pinoy taking a lot of damage, though. He will go down, so we'll trade 1 for 1 there. Mag is actually kind of low in health in terms. D is actually going to try to right-click him. There's going to be a vacuum, and the Iron Shell is actually going to turn around and get the kill. Meanwhile, there's actually going to be a disruption onto the hero. He'll take some damage. There's a buyback coming in from Fishbone. Excuse me, just respawned. Demonic Purge going as well. Some damage going. There's the Test of Faith. He's going to go down as well. D trying to get out. He's got Surge available. Not going to use it just yet. He'll be fine for the time being. But now 4 down for Pulse. Only the Luna gone on the side of iLuminate. There's going to be a fortification. 21-5 is the score at 20 minutes in the game. There's going to be D taking a bit of damage. Of course, the Soul Catcher, I think, not latching. As you can see, it's on that creep. D getting disrupted as well. He's trying to get out. Shuriken Toss. The Urn is going. He will go down. Shadow Demon getting the kill with that Urn charge. Big deal there. They take the Tier 2 tower top. And now maybe they might take the Tier 3. And Nexus, what are you doing there, Nexus? You're not supposed to be there. And he's like, get me down. Somebody help me, please. Does Slenderman have a 4-step? How did he get? Oh, he vacuumed him up there? Yeah. Almost a 4-step, though, for Shadow Demon, unless it's already flying. Yes, it is. So either TP out or 4-step out. Those are your options. So now they're going to sit around, and I think they're going to wait until they can get Nexus down here. And Chomi's going to blink up on the high ground as well. Nexus will actually TP out, not waiting for that 4-step. Chomi will do so as well. Mag is up here alone for the time being with Screen. And Luna coming in as well. They were like, hey, let's go and push this. And Luna's like, yeah, I'm coming. Yeah, let's do it. And then they all TP'd out, and they're like, oh, I guess we're not doing that. Once again, thank you for joining me today. I wish this game was a little bit closer, but still not out of the woods yet. Pulse could potentially come back from this. Waga's trying to get farm, but he's just been getting focused down every time, and there's not enough damage, really. The Wall of Replica, I don't think, has gone up once. He's got 2 points into it finally, though, so if it's time to fight for Pulse, it's pretty much now, essentially, or at least whenever they feel comfortable doing so at this point in time. But thanks for joining us here on Neo Dota. This is the Star Ladder. It is Season 4, and it is Pulse Esports versus iLuminate. Thank you for joining me. I am Maut, M-A-U-T. You can follow me at a bunch of places. I'll throw those out at the end of the game. I don't want to annoy you and keep reminding you that you can find me elsewhere. Mag now going to be roaming around, and there's no Sentry Ward or gem that I know of. There was a gem on the Chen, though, I believe, so they did see... Oh, meanwhile, actually getting some pressure here. I was actually just an illusion that they gushed up there, so he'll be fine. But yeah, Chen has that that Gem of True Sight, but he's actually not there. He's going to rotate in now with 2 Satyr Hellcallers to provide that that little unholy aura, as well as the Shockwave. So Big Num is going to maybe force their way into the mid lane, the mid tier 3 in the Raxes, but this will be tough. I don't think they have a Pipe of Insight either, so fighting into that might be difficult. They do have the Vlads on the Bounty Hunter. Nice pick up there. They've got the Force. A big hook coming in on the side of Pinoy, but immediately BKB is popped, and there goes Pinoy. He is just too squishy right now. The Eclipse going to get the double kill for Big Num. They're going to push into the tier 3, and I think this might be it. No glyph available. This has got to be at least Rex, if not GG. Fishbone going to try to defend this. Big Impale flying out, but he's not doing any damage with it. And there's a nice vacuum into a wall, which is going to be pretty annoying. There's a Hand of God as well. They're going to immediately take down the illusions. They're going to get the kill on the Darkseer as well for his insolence there. They're really hovering around the wall. They're just going to run right into it there. But they're going to take down the melee racks, then the range racks, and that should be it for the tier 3s and the Raxes here in the mid lane. We'll see if they decide to rotate anywhere else. Ravage has not been used. Fishbone taking a bit of damage, but of course his Spike Carapace is available. But that is just so much damage coming in from not only Mag, but everybody else on the team. Buyback for the next assassin right now. Pushing into the bottom lane is actually Wagamama trying to go for the tier 3. They're going to TP back. Chomi is here. He actually is getting a refresher. As you can see, Perseverance and Oblivion Staff is finished up for him, so he just needs that. Actually, there it goes. He does have it finished, so that's a rather quick refresher orb at 23 minutes into the game. And iLuminate will try to, I think, end pretty soon. Roshan should be available sometime. Actually, about 4 minutes, 3 minutes even. And Big Num continuing to farm right now. And top lane, Pinoy. Looking for a hook. Oh, just barely missing Mag there. And Pinoy now in some trouble. He'll back off as well. The Satyr Hellcaller is doing a bit of damage, but a smoke. Actually, just Vendetta. I thought it was a smoke on the Nyx Assassin, but he's Vendetta to vacuum. Going to do some damage to these creeps, which D apparently doesn't like, and he wants to kill them. He says, like, I hate you creeps. Give me your freaking money. I want it. It's nice. And Mag is here alone, trying to go on D, but there's the initiation from the Fishbone, doing a lot of damage to screen, and of course Mag is taking a bunch of damage. However, the mech is going to pop. There's going to be the dust as well. Will they use the Eclipse? Does Big Num have it? He doesn't. Nice hook going in. Actually, it was only on the Satyr Hellcaller, excuse me. It wasn't a kind of hero. There's a BKB being popped. Ravage is going to go. Refresher. Where's the other Ravage? Where's the other Ravage? There's the vacuum. Another Ravage is going to fly. The vacuum was nice, but the Ravages were doing too much damage. Nice hook, but is not going to save his life. He is going to go down. Big Num trying to chase here on Fishbone, but that's going to be the end of the aggression. 2-for-2 trade, it seems like, which it should have been a lot more. You see that double Ravage not getting nearly as many kills as I thought it would, but still, it's pretty nice. And Aghanim Scepter coming up for Big Num. So, more damage, because there's nobody with magic immunity right now. Absolutely close to it, but absolutely nobody with magic immunity. But there's a cloak, though, on the Darkseer, so there's always that. Now what are they going to do is the question. Big Num still farming away, looking to maybe the mid lane, but of course that's already been pushed in. Top lane might be the next focus here, as it's the only lane that is pushed in right now. As you can see, the bottom lane has been pushed pretty far back onto the Radiant side of the map. And iLuminate, they're thinking. Bounty Hunter might be coming soon. He's got his BKB. He's going to TP somewhere, perhaps. There is this tier 1 mid still available. It's the only one of its kind left. It is an endangered species, the tier 1 tower. Nice 4-staff disruption. That's going to be a big deal. Chomi going to get hit up with the Ice Path. Fishbone going to get out for now. Big Num might want to fight. He does have Eclipse available. It's Aghanim's Eclipse, by the way. Of course, giving it the more max hits, the more duration as well. There's going to be a BKB popped, and Pinoy is going to immediately just stop doing that. There's the Eclipse doing a ton of damage. The mech is popped for them. And an all-heal going out as well. Fishbone might die. He's got the Carapace going, and the Shriek is going to finish it. Nice hook onto Mag, taking some damage. He will, in fact, go down, but so will Shakiro. A 2-for-1 trade right now. They're going to maybe take the tier 2 or think about taking it as well. Mech is up in 32 seconds, and then they can certainly take it. Waga's taking a bit of damage from the Lucent Beam. The right clicks. Hook going to miss just barely on Nexus, which is who he wanted to go on. Screen is going to get silenced up with that Orchid Malevolence. They're going to back off for the time being. Test of Faith going to send Scream back home. And they're not going to push into this tier 3 just yet. They're trying to. It's 30-8. I mean, this game is almost over, I feel like. They're trying their best, but Hook's barely going to miss on Big Num. Nice try there from Pinoy. And Nexus gonna head to the mid lane. And he's like, yeah, I just need, I don't have an army anymore, so let me go do that real quick. And they're gonna do that. And it's gonna be great. Somebody's like, what the fuck happened to Pulse? I don't know, man. Something. They're playing with a stand-in. Look, if you play with stand-ins, well, I guess iLuminate's also playing with stand-ins, so I guess you really can't. You can't say that, but still, if you're not playing with your core group of players, a lot of the time it's difficult, especially against a pro team. In the Star Ladder, no less. Like, come on, guys. Don't they're trying their best. I mean, Waga's gotten great farm. He's getting pretty close to a BKB. I think it's actually flying out to him right now. Yeah, I mean, if there's one thing you want to look at here, if you're on the side of Pulse, is that you have Magic Community, Clinks, who is going to be tough to kill if he can get a nice creep to death pack and then just silence and kill everybody. But that's the thing, is they focus him down so quick, and he's just trying his best to survive in fights. He's got death pack. Oh gosh, Fishbone, what are you doing there? You are not supposed to be there. Dark Troll Warlord with the snare, getting that assist. Dark Troll Warlord slam dunking it. Boom goes the dynamite. And they're going to continue on forward here. Smoke Gank looks like they might head to the Roche pit, or they might look for a kill. Roshan is up. They certainly could go for that. Clinks is on the backside, as you can see, farming in the jungle. No wards here for the Radiant side. Smoke Gank up onto the high ground right now. Nexus is the only one that has gone and gotten visible, essentially. He's actually going to buy a point booster. I think they might be traveling all together, maybe looking for a gank. They might find it. D in some trouble. Nice disruption from the high ground on screen. There's going to be the soul catch as well. D in some trouble. There's a Lucent Beam. The mech popped as well, but I think he should go down here. There's a nice wall of replica, but that's only sort of just to save his life for the time being. And a nice path going to fly. Going to miss. And Bonja is trying to get out as quickly as possible. Meanwhile, Wagamama was trying to go on Chomi. Didn't get anything done there. And nice ice path, but he will go down. Double kill for Mag right now. And Waga is still alive, still trying to farm, but I think it's too late. The rest of his team is just so incredibly... they've been dying so often. Hook, going to get a creep. Alright, so blind hook doesn't get anything. I mean, that's another thing, too, is that Pinoy really hasn't been hitting the best hooks possible. And really, as a Pudge, if you're going to pick Pudge in a pro game, you need to hit hooks, like, all the time. Like, he needs to be positioned here, get a hook here, and be able to turn a fight around in the Roshan pit. And they shouldn't have died. They shouldn't have been that far out of their lane anyways. And Roshan is going to go down regardless. Looking at the net worth real quick, we see Luna's got about 1,400 gold in net, or 14,000, excuse me, in terms of net worth. Getting an ultimate orb, going to have that Mantis relatively quickly. Has BKB, has an Aghanim Scepter, which you don't see too often, honestly. Levels, as you can see, yeah, that's a pretty big deal. 17 on Waga, but that key's the only one. And Waga's going to get tracked up. He's going to get gushed as well, but he'll be fine for the time being. And looking at the graphs, 14,000 in terms of experience. Gold, about 15,000. Still not the most dominant lead I've ever seen in my life. Maybe last game was pretty big from Virtus Pro. But they're going to continue on here, and they're going to try to push in once again. Once and for all, they have the Aegis. There is a Chrysalis up on this Clinks, so they've got to try to get a few kills here. They absolutely have to try to get a few kills. And I don't know what Pulse is doing around the secret shop right now up here on the high ground, but they need to be up here in the top lane, realizing that the entirety of the iLuminate team is going to be pushing in just a second. Waga's going to take the moment until they get there to try and farm. He is going to buy TP, as you see. He'll TP back as soon as he feels he needs to. D as well. Has that Hood of Defiance, still no Pipe of Insight just yet, and this is going to be the defense that really decides whether this game can keep on going or not. TP's coming in, nice hook onto Big Num. He's going to pop his BKB immediately. There's a Ravage, as well as the Eclipse Refresher going off as well. There's the second Ravage, 2 going down already. There's 3. Waga's trying to do some damage, just not enough. He's going to go down, and that is going to be the end of this game, absolutely for sure, unless everybody on the side of Pulse has buyback, which I'm almost certain they don't. And Fishbone trying to, really defend this. It's not going to happen. Fishbone is going to get disrupted. Soul Catcher as well. He is in some trouble. He's taking some damage. He is going to go down. That is a team wipe. iLuminate is going to win this game, and Pulse Esports, not the best outing for them, absolutely not. And I'm pretty sure it's over, though. Desolator is going to be picked up by the Tiny for whatever reason. Why not? Who cares? Whatever, it's Desolator. Just pick it up. And yeah, so a good game from the side of iLuminate and Pulse. They really never had the lead, and they weren't into it. It didn't seem like this game just didn't go well for them. So 38-8, it might be your final score on this. We see a few more kills, which we definitely could. There's a hook, yeah. Scream probably will definitely die, so he will go down. But that is GG. That is called. Ancient getting hit up right now, as you can see. Once again, I really appreciate you guys joining us here today. And the fire flying as well. Fishbone trying to go for a kill. They're actually going to stop this push for the time being. Fishbone might go down. Nexus taking a bit of damage. There's the Aegis pop coming out as well. The well, it's so close to going down. Just kill the well. Just kill the well. Well, they want to get more kills, actually, so I don't think Pinoy's taking a bit of damage. Shakir going to buy back. Tidehunter very close to getting that kill, but it will be stolen by the Lucent Beam from the Luna. That's going to be it. Once again, thank you for joining me today. The VODs will be up in some time. If you enjoyed the cast, please let me know. I really appreciate you guys for joining me. We've got a lot of great stuff coming up. I do the CDL finals. Of course, the Queens Dota 2 League is the finals will be coming up for that in short order sometime within the next few weeks. Once again, I am Maut. You can find me at twitter.com/MautDota2, twitch.tv/MautDota2. Follow us on this channel as well. NeoDota.com is also very important. Check that out. I'm sure plenty of you watch Mad, so I don't need to talk about that, but Mad is going to be coming up, I think, either tonight or tomorrow. We'll have to see. But yes, I really appreciate you guys joining us tonight. Hopefully you guys get some good games to watch as well for the rest of the Star Ladder. So thanks a lot. I don't know if I'll be back or not for another game. I don't think so, but let me check, and I'll be back with you in a moment.